Hello, guys, this is your girl Angel, and I'm back at it again. Guys, do you really want to know how I did it? Hello, guys, it's your girl Malika Hills, aka Angel. So, guys, I am on it again, and today I thought I would just tell you guys how I did it. You might be asking, how did she do what exactly? How did she do what? Well, here goes. Today I'm going to be talking about my au pair experience. Yes, most of you might not know that I was au pair in Europe for 2 years. And a lot of people have so many questions on how they can do it, how they can get into Europe, how they can find a family, so many different questions. And so I'm gonna try to break it down in the most simplest ways to make you fully understand how I did it. I'm gonna start with my story. So my story started out with a connection. I believe that, for you to be able to have anything good happening, or, for you to be able to know, to get into a school, a job, you need some type of connection, or sometimes you just need to be able to qualify for that thing in order for it to come into your hands. So it all started with one connection with one particular person who was in Denmark. When I connected with this person, she began to tell me how she had then gone to Denmark. So I told her I was actually very interested, and I had been trying to get into school. Actually, the reason why I wanted to go was because I wanted to get into school, somehow. But, things turned out a little bit differently. And when we met, she explained to me how she did it. So the way she did it was that she had met an agent. So at that particular time, there was an agent who was based in Denmark, and she would pair an au pair from a different country with a family. But and so we began to talk, and I spoke to the woman, and the conversation led to one thing and another thing and another thing. And from being able to communicate with her, I was able to talk to the family, and so the family started talking to me. Every day we would text, chat, sometimes video chat, sometimes send pictures, so that they have a feel of what type of person that I was. And I did that for like, a few weeks or so. And when I did that, the family felt that they had a keen liking to me. And I thought I was gonna travel in a month, but they decided to do it quicker, and they had spoken to immigration and stuff. And before I knew it, all the paperwork was already handed to the immigration. By then, the Danish embassy was right opposite Intercontinental Hotel. I don't know if it's still the same right now because it's been a while. And uh, you know I went over there. Obviously, you have to have funds to be able to pay for your visa, and I was able to provide the finances to pay for my visa. And I went, for the interview, and it was as quick as 1, 2, 3, because everything was straightforward, and there was no, like, trying to fraud anything or lie about anything. Everything was just straightforward, and that's how I got my visa. So after I got my visa, the family was like, "Oh well, now that you have the visa, uh, maybe you should travel." Like, I was expecting to travel the next month, but the family was so eager to have an au pair because they had a keen liking to me. They decided that I should travel in a week. So everything was so fast tracked that I was like, well, I don't even have the money for the air ticket. And so the family said they were going to pay for my travel at that time. So you can imagine, for somebody who had not traveled before, and then they traveled, like, guys, they booked the best flight for me. I was on Emirates, the best flight, the best seat. I had like the most wonderful time on the flight. I had like really good food, because Emirates is just number one. Like, for me, Emirates is just, yeah, hands down the best. And I got to Copenhagen, and my host mom was waiting for me. Guess what? When I arrived at the airport, I was wearing, those really flat shoes because I'm coming from Zambia. And mind you, I didn't know what the weather was, how people would treat me, how people would react. I had no idea. I had no clue. When I arrived, guys, it was so cold in Denmark. Like, I have never experienced that cold weather. I was so cold. My host mom was like, "Oh my God, Annie." What I mean, she was like, "Oh my God, Annie, how would you wear these small shoes? It's so cold here." And so when we left the airport, like, I got to the house because the drive from the airport to where they lived was a little bit longer because it was not like in actual Copenhagen. It was in Skilsko. So for those that are in Denmark, they definitely know where Skilsko is. It's close to Slagelse. Slagelse is the part that it's like the middle part that borders every train. Like, every train you have to take that's taking you to Copenhagen or the countryside, it's like in the middle. So it's like in the middle of Slagelse. Slagelse is like maybe a good 10-20 minutes drive from Skilsko, where I used to live. We arrived there, and the family was so sweet to me, guys. I'm telling you, I thought like they were going to be racist, or they thought I was going to be racist. I don't know, but initially everything was good. And when I arrived, the child was about she was 9 months old. She was the only child that they had at that time, and she was just a baby. So technically it was just like a transition for the baby to see somebody new. And obviously, because I'm black and the family was white, so that was also something new. But because they raised a little baby, to love everybody regardless of their skin, it turned out pretty good. But what I'm gonna say is the first 6 months of me working as au pair were terrible for me and the family too. Why? Because the transition was so hard on my part and also on the family. It was hard for me, like in terms of food wise, how they do things, how to do certain things, and I'm like fixated on how I used to do things. And so within that 6 months, the family kind of got frustrated, and I got frustrated too. But like, we talked about it, and after we talked, we decided that we need to be able to communicate, which we were not really doing pretty well. Within that, we would communicate within 6 months, but it was not like as efficient as it was supposed to. So after that 6 months period, we began to interact and get to know one another, and the experience afterwards was like so amazing. I got to eat a lot of katafla. Katafla is simply potatoes in Denmark. That's kind of their staple food. I had is it whoop? What was that? I don't remember what it's called. It's guys, I don't remember. But like, I'm just gonna be like, the food was amazing, and I loved how they had like, they have this thing that they do for Christmas. They have like a candle, so you light the candle, and it has the numbers from the first to the time that it is Christmas time. And so every single day you light the candle, and it lights up to the day that like, if it's the first, you light it up and it's gonna burn the first, and then you turn it off, just like that, until you get to the 25th. And I loved that. And I also loved like how they decorate and how they have family as the most important thing. Because remember, mind you, au pair is not simply just babysitting a child. It's an exchange of cultures with a family. So yes, you are helping with the child, yes, you are helping with house chores and other things, but the main goal is for you to exchange cultures. While you're doing all that, the point is for you to teach them about your country, and they teach you about their country. So basically, I ate like Danish food, and to be honest, I loved it because most of the food is just, they farm it. It's like from scratch. Like, it's so authentic and natural, not like the way it is here in the USA, where everything is just processed. They do have natural food, but most of the food in the US is processed. I love the Christmas, and they have this tradition where they have like, it's a pudding, it's like a rice pudding, and you know how you have like nuts, they'll put it in the middle, and then everybody has pudding in their vase or plate, and then you eat the pudding. So the little thing is gonna be put inside. It's like the only big one that's inside the, like the bowl of pudding, and you have to find the big little nut. And so if you find the nut, you get a prize, and the prize is a Christmas present, really. And it's really nice. Like, and also they were so good to me. My host mom's family, my host dad's family. I got to go to the countryside of Denmark, which obviously is so beautiful. In the summer, Denmark is like, oh my god, the best. For winter, guys, like, let me tell you, if you know what depression is, that was the time in my life when I felt like I was depressed, because there was nothing good that was happening but the cold weather. However, you can still go out. I still had friends. We used to hang out. Obviously, I dated, and it was amazing, guys. My experience overall as an au pair was great. My host family was amazing. I do keep in touch once in a while. Um, Here and there, we do say hi, and they do say hi. They have another baby now. She's not a baby anymore. So the girl that I used to take care of, she's older now, and she has a young sister who's a little big girl now. So so many things have changed, but like they have invited me over to visit, but how life is happening, and I'm busy. It's so hard for me to be able to do that. But to be honest, that was a great experience for me, and that is how it happened for me. I cannot give all the details, because I don't want this video to go forward and drag. I just want to be able to share with you guys how it happened for me. So particularly, you do go through an agency, or you go through the apps. They have these different apps online that you can put your picture on, and they are families, and then you're like an au pair, like you're the person that's looking for a family. So you put your stuff out there, and you just put yourself there, and explain about yourself and why you want to be au pair and things like that. You put your age, the country that you're in, and then you put the details there. And really, it works out for some people, and for some people it doesn't. I've known other girls, because when I was au pair, I connected on a vast level with different young ladies from the Philippines, from Kenya, from Jamaica, from Haiti, from Nigeria. Different young ladies that came in just, to have a different type of experience, or for just many reasons, just a good experience. Sometimes it's not because you just want to move out of your country and stay in a foreign land. Sometimes it's just the experience for you to grow as a person. Like for me, it was really for growth and a good experience, and also just to see how other people do things, because when you're so accustomed to one thing, you think that's the only best thing for you. But when you go out there and explore the horizons, you get to learn other people's cultures, and you get to respect other people as well, and you do things a little bit differently. So that's, for me, that's why I did it. I wanted a change, and I wanted something new. I just wanted to try something new, because I got tired of living in the same circle, the same box, the same everything. So I changed my narrative, and I was like, well, I'm gonna do this. Trust me, it was scary for me to travel to a foreign land. It was not easy. I didn't know if I was gonna find good people, like I said before. So that's how it happened for me. I know of a young lady from Kenya who had the host family treating her like she was a slave. You know how a dog has like little puppies? They would make her get the puppies and put them on the boobs of the dog, the female dog, to feed the puppies. She would barely sleep. They would overuse her. They would harass her. They would curse at her, and eventually it didn't work out. She had to stop that. That family and her, just it didn't work out. She had to leave in the end. So other people experienced the worst. I didn't have it that way, but I heard stories from different au pairs where, like, even the host dad would like abuse them, like sleep with them, things like that. Like, so it's not something that's just easy. You just wake up one morning and you're like, oh yeah, today I just feel like going to Denmark. No, you really need to think about it. Think about your safety too, because you don't know, these are new people that you're going to. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Everybody's experience is different, but my experience was great, and I still have a good relationship with my host family. And yeah, I would really, I believe I would, you know, I would give recommendation to people that feel like, oh, I want to try something new. I want to go to Denmark or any other country that you feel like you want to go and au pair. I think it's a good thing. It's a good experience for you, good for exposure. Also, just a change and learn something new from other people. So that's kind of how it happened for me. Um, if you have any questions, please dot your questions down below. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and tell people, tell a friend, a friend, a friend, share with everybody. And your input will be much appreciated. So guys, thank you for watching. Basically, that's all I had for you today. So from me, your girl Angel Malika Hills. Hey gang, bye bye.